Hello and welcome to CBN News in Brief. My name is Ongo Ngugi. Officials from Axiom International Limited have today met the Minister for Justice in Somaliland, during which they discussed how to develop the capacity and capability to develop effective security and justice systems in the country. The Ministry of Justice in Somaliland has partnered with UK Aid through the implementing agency Axiom to improve governance, community safety, security, judicial and prison systems, policing, forensic infrastructure and capability, national defense capabilities, and how to integrate these complementary fields of activity in innovative and imaginative ways to suit other individual jurisdictions. Axiom is implementing UK aid projects such as supporting prison staff, building work at the prison, leadership trainings, innovation of the judicial crime management system, and the new Coast Guard operations room. The project, funded through the UK's Foreign and Commonwealth Office, is expected to streamline access to justice in Somaliland. The Prime Minister of the Republic of Somalia, Hassan Ali Kaire, has received in Mogadishu the ambassador of the Russian Federation to the Federal Republic of Somalia, Mikhail Golovanoi, during which they discussed enhancing bilateral relations and cooperation between the two countries and the two friendly peoples. Referring to the depth of Somalia-Russia relations, the Prime Minister praised Russia training programs for diplomats and federal government civil servants to develop their skills, performance and services to the people. Russia and Somalia seek to develop greater bilateral cooperation in economic, political and trade relations. Reports say that Russia also plans to assist Somalia in its fight against terrorism. In other news, the Hague-based International Court of Justice on Tuesday outlined conditions to journalists, diplomats and members of the public wishing to attend the public hearings over the maritime dispute between Kenya and Somalia. Journalists who had received accreditation for the hearings, which were initially set for the first week of September, have been told they will have to reapply. A statement from the court said that owing to the limited number of seats available in the Great Hall of Justice, priority access will be given to representatives of the state parties to the case and to members of the diplomatic corps. Diplomats and journalists have until October 24th to apply for accreditation to access the court for the hearings. The court says that a number of seats will be allocated to members of the public on a first-come, first-served basis. There will be no advance registration procedure, and admission requests submitted beforehand will not be considered. The government of the Federal Republic of Somalia has warmly welcomed President Donald Trump's acceptance of credentials from Somalia's new ambassador to Washington, His Excellency Ambassador Ali Sharif Ahmed, who presented his credentials at the White House to the President of the United States. Ambassador Ali Sharif previously served as the Somali ambassador to Ethiopia and France, respectively. He also served as a permanent representative of Somalia to the African Union and UNECA. In addition to his public sector experience, Ambassador Ahmed worked as a business executive, entrepreneur and consultant for firms with global operations. Ambassador Ahmed holds a master's degree in geopolitics and grand strategy from the University of Sussex and a bachelor's degree in peace and conflict studies from London Metropolitan University. The government of Somalia is confident that His Excellency Ambassador Ali Sharif Ahmed will fulfill his duties to build on the two countries' historic relations with modern opportunities that benefit both sides. The World Health Organization's Regional Director for the Eastern Mediterranean, Dr. Ahmed Al-Mandari, has concluded his first visit to Somalia, where he launched the country's roadmap to universal health coverage. During the visit, the WHO boss met Federal Minister of Health and met with representatives of United Nations agencies, health leaders and partners, internally displaced Somalis and health workers to review the health response and identify ways of strengthening WHO's work in the country. Secretary General, Special Representative and UN Resident Coordinator Al-Mandari advocated to put health at the center of the humanitarian health agenda in Somalia, stressing that good health and well-being were the key foundations of a prosperous society. During his visit to Baidoa, one of the most drought-affected areas in Somalia, Al-Mandari saw the impact of the crisis on displaced Somalis and identified areas where the WHO could scale up its work to respond to their needs. Al-Mandari and the Federal Minister of Health launched an integrated polio and measles immunization campaign which aims to reach 2.6 million children under the age of 5 in drought-affected districts as part of joint actions to prevent the spread of infectious diseases. Vote counting is underway in Israel after millions took part in an election widely seen as a referendum on the fate of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Netanyahu, who became Israel's longest-serving prime minister in July, is seeking a record 5th term in office. He is competing against his toughest challenger in years, former Army Chief Benny Gantz, leader of the centrist Blue and White Party. According to the first round of exit polls, which are unofficial and can be unreliable, Netanyahu and his right-wing coalition bloc have failed to secure the 61-seat majority they needed. Official preliminary results will be announced on Wednesday, with final results due on September 25th. Thank you for watching CBN News Brief. My name is Wangoi Nguge. Watch the longer version and more detailed news with Eunice Deco tonight.